morning, children. In the previous class, you have seen that distribution of temperature. Based on the distribution of temperature, the entire earth is divided into three important zones. One is torrid zone, and the next one is temperate zone, and third one is frigid zone. What are the three important zones you have seen? Those are torrid zone, temperate zone, frigid zone. And the torrid zone extends between 23.5 degree north, which is called Tropic of Cancer, and 23.5 degree south, that is Tropic of Capricorn. This entire region is called torrid zone. And here the temperatures are more, that is insolation is more. Whereas if you go to temperate zone, which extends between 23.5 degree north to 66.5 degree north, that is Arctic Circle, this entire zone is called north temperate zone. Again in the southern hemisphere, 23.5 degrees south, that is Tropic of Capricorn to, that is Antarctic Circle. This entire region is called south temperate zone. Here the temperatures are moderate. Why they are moderate? I have explained already that as the sun's rays fall obliquely, that is slantingly, because of that the temperatures are moderate in this zone. And coming to the last zone, the frigid, that is where the temperatures are very low because the sun's rays fall more slantingly on such regions, and because of that the temperatures are very low in the frigid zone, the zones which extends from 66.5 degree north Arctic Circle to North Pole, and 66.5 degree south latitude, which is called Antarctic Circle to South Pole. So in this way, based on the distribution of temperature, we have seen three important zones. Why I have repeated these zones? Because in order to understand what is high pressure and what is low pressure. See here where the low pressure is actually developed. See torrid zone. In the torrid zone, when the temperatures are more, I told you already, there is inverse relationship between the pressure and the temperature. Inverse relationship. That means when the temperatures are more, the pressure conditions are low. Try to understand. When the temperatures are more, whenever the temperatures are more, air becomes light and it moves away to other region. Air becomes very light and moves away to the other region. So automatically, which pressure is developed there? Low pressure is developed. Where we have seen low pressure, that is particularly where the temperatures are more, there the low pressure is developed. Why and how low pressure is developed? Whenever temperatures are more, the air becomes lighter and moves away to other region. Because of that, low pressure is developed. In the same way, if you go to the frigid zone, where the air is very cold, when the air is cold, automatically, that means the temperatures are less, you find high pressure. That means air can exert more pressure. So here you find high pressure. So what is the important feature of air here? So air moves from that high pressure to this area in order to fill this gap, in order to fill this vacant place, empty place. In such a way, air moves from high pressure area to low pressure area horizontally. Why? How air is moving actually? So air is actually moving from high pressure area to low pressure area. Where you have found low pressure? In the torrid zone. That means where the temperatures are more. Where you have found the high pressure? In the frigid zone, where temperatures are less. So air is moving from high pressure area to low pressure area. So not only here, even if you observe all the places where there is high pressure, from there air moves to the low pressure areas. In such a way, there is a movement for the air. There is a horizontal movement of the air. So that horizontal movement of the air is called the horizontal movement of such air is horizontal movement of air is called wind. So what is wind? Now we have got the definition of wind here. The horizontal movement of air is called wind. Why air is moving here? How air is moving? Air is moving from high pressure to low pressure horizontally. So this is called wind. At the same time, air not only travels horizontally, air even moves the upper layers and middle layers and even more than that. So air moves vertically also. What that movement is called? So the vertical movement of air is called air current. What is vertical movement of air is called air current. So two definitions you have got now. One is what is wind and what is air current. What is wind? The horizontal movement of the air is called wind. What is air current? The vertical movement of the air is called air current. That means, for example, if you move like this is horizontal movement. So if you move like this, what this is vertical movement. So if you throw ball like this, that is horizontal movement. If you throw ball like this up and down, this is vertical movement. So in the same way, air also moves horizontally as well as vertically. So this is what the wind and air current. Now let us see what are the types of winds. Under the types of winds, there are three types of winds. The first is the first type is the first important types of winds. Planetary winds, next periodic winds, next local winds. See, the winds are of three types here: planetary winds, periodic winds, local winds. What are the planetary winds? The planetary winds means the winds which blow in a specific direction. In a particular time throughout the year. What those winds are called? Planetary winds. So remember, planetary winds are the winds which blow in a specific direction in a particular time throughout the year. In a specific direction, they move in a specific direction. They know the directions. Of course, they may change the directions, but they may move in a particular direction. They don't move in all directions. In a particular direction they move. What such winds are called? Planetary winds. So planetary winds are the winds which blow in a specific direction in a particular time throughout the year. Such winds are called planetary winds. And these winds are of three types. What are those three types? The first type is trade winds, and second one is westerlies, and third one is easterlies. What are the three types of planetary winds? Trade winds, westerlies, and easterlies. These are the three types of planetary winds. And I will explain with the help of the pressure wind belts of the world. Those three types of winds we will see after the explanation of periodic and local winds. Now, what are the periodic winds? The winds which blow a particular period. The winds which blow in a particular period. Particular period only they blow. What such winds are called? Periodic winds. The winds which blow in a particular period, those winds are called periodic winds. Now you may get a doubt. Sir, already you told the planetary winds also blow in a particular period. But the difference between periodic winds and planetary winds, the periodic winds don't blow throughout the year, and they don't blow throughout the year. That is the main difference. But planetary winds blow throughout the year in a specific direction. But periodic winds don't blow throughout the year. They blow in a particular period. What such winds are called? Periodic winds. So example are monsoons and land and sea breezes. Land and sea breezes. Try to understand what are periodic winds means. The winds which blow in a particular period. Those winds are called periodic winds. Example are monsoons and land and sea breezes. There are two examples for periodic winds. Now, what are monsoons? Under the periodic winds only, what are monsoons? Monsoons are the moist laden winds which blow particularly, which blow in a specific period. Particularly those are of two types, southwest and second one is northeast. So monsoons are the moist laden wind. That means those winds contain moisture. Those are not dry winds. Those winds contain moisture. They blow in a specific period. They don't blow throughout the year. Particularly where? In subcontinent. Subcontinent means that is what near India, Bangladesh, Pakistan. Three together called subcontinent here. So in that subcontinent they blow in two directions. Some months they blow southwesterly direction. Some months they blow northeasterly direction. So in particular direction they are blowing. In particular period they are blowing. Particularly southwest monsoons blow between the months of June to September, first one. Whereas northeast monsoons blow October to December. Some even up to November only. So in this way, the southwest monsoons blow June to September, whereas northeast monsoons blow October to December. In such a way, there are two important monsoons. So throughout the year, particularly throughout the country, that means the entire India, most of the parts of India get rain due to southwest monsoon, and some parts of India get rain due to northeast monsoon. So monsoons are the good examples for periodic winds. Now, what are local winds? Not local winds. Under periodic winds only, the first one you have seen monsoons, and second one is land and sea breezes. So what are land breezes? What are sea breezes? So land breezes are nothing but the winds which blow from the land. What are sea breezes? The breezes, that means cool air which come from the sea. That is sea breezes. So the winds which blow from the land, those are land breezes. The winds which blow from the sea, those are sea breezes. And they blow in a particular direction, particularly in a particular period only. For example, see, when land breezes blow, the land breezes generally blow during night, whereas sea breezes blow only during day. So why do they blow? Why do land breezes blow only during night? Why do the sea breezes blow during day? We have to understand clearly. For example, see, this entire part is sea. This is what land. So during day, due to more temperature, here which pressure is developed? Due to more temperatures, which pressure is developed here? Low pressure is developed. So whenever low pressure is developed on the water body, there is high pressure. So winds blow from here to here during day. So here there is low pressure, here there is a high pressure during day. That is important, very important, during day. So during day, which breezes are actually blowing? That is sea breezes are blowing. What is the reason? On the land there is low pressure, on the water body there is high pressure. So winds blow from the water body to the land. These are sea breezes. And what about during night? So automatically the temperature completely came down on the land. So during night here on the land there is high pressure during night. You have to understand the night condition here. So high pressure you find on the land during night. Here what? Sea. What you find? Low pressure. So during night the winds slowly blow from land to the sea. Why? Because during night the water bodies actually, whenever they receive complete sunlight throughout the day, all the water bodies become warm. That means the water bodies actually, they slowly receive the sunlight and they slowly get heated. So here you find low pressure, here you find high pressure. So during night the winds blow from the land to the sea. Understood? So during night the land breezes are actually blowing, during day sea breezes are blowing. So finally you have to get a simple idea, you have to understand the land breezes are nothing but the winds which blow from the land side. The sea breezes are nothing but the winds which blow from the sea side. Are they blowing throughout the day? Throughout 24 hours they don't blow. During day only the sea breezes are blowing. During night only the land breezes are blowing. So that's why these come under periodic winds. Understood? So in this way, after understanding the planetary winds and periodic winds, what are local winds? Try to understand what are local winds. So local winds they have some special characteristics. They have some special characteristics. Number one. Number two, the local winds actually blow those winds actually got their names because of those areas. For example, those winds blow only over particular regions. They don't blow all the regions. For example, they have given Lu and Chinook. Lu and Chinook are the good examples for local winds. What are local winds? Local winds are nothing but the winds which blow over particular regions. They don't blow all regions. They have some special characteristics. They are named. How they are named? Based on the regional conditions they are named. And examples: Lu, Chinook, Bora, Mistral, Santa Anna. These are all the different examples, more examples for local winds. Try to understand. The local winds are nothing but the winds which blow over particular regions. They don't blow all the regions. Understood? Okay, so I hope you understood that types of winds. First I have explained the planetary winds, what are planetary winds, and the types also there. In the next video we will see that. And periodic winds also, examples I have given. Those are monsoons and land and sea breezes. And the local winds also, examples I have given. So based on that, I hope you understood the types of winds. In the next video we see the types of planetary winds. Thank you.